Now let's explain some basic things about Arduino Uno board. After knowing all these things that I'll be explaining to you, you can apply it to all other Arduino boards, including Arduino Mega, Arduino Uno, and all other ones. The first thing you need to know about Arduino board is that we have digital pins and we have analog pins. We have digital pins and we have analog pins. Digital pins are used for detection and switching. And under switching is like we also have like glowing lighting of LED and the likes. But analog pins are used mostly for measurements. Actually, we get used to these terms as we move on in this tutorial. Now, data pin. Okay, let me explain something to you about data signal. Actually, the definition for data signal is a discrete value. Where analog signal is a continuous value. Data signal can be 0 or can be 5 volts or something like that. Can be low or high. Can be high, can be up or down, and so on like that. So that means it's like saying a word and opposite. It's either you are high or you are low. Now, so what are the application of this digital signal, high, low, 0, up, down, and the likes? What we use digital signal for most times is to switch or to detect. For now, we'll be talking about switching. Let me give you an example. This is a resistor, and this is a LED. This is the anode terminal of the LED, and this is the cathode. That means if you supply a positive, if you connect this terminal to the positive terminal of a battery, the LED will glow, provided that you also connect this cathode terminal to the negative terminal of a battery. But do you know that if you apply a voltage of higher potential to this point, like saying 5 volts, and you apply a voltage of lower potential to this point, like 0 volts, 5 volts is higher than 0 volts. That means there is a potential difference between the anode and the cathode of your LED. With that, the LED will glow. It will come up. Now, assuming that one of these digital pins that starts from pin 0 to pin 13, for Arduino Uno we have 14 digital pins. If one of these pins is low, you program it to be low. That is programmed to be 0 volts. And the other one, you program it to be high. That means program it to be 5 volts. Hope you're getting the point. Now, assuming that we use pin 3 as the pin that we want to set to low, and use pin 8 as the pin that we want to set to high, this LED will glow. It will come up. Assuming that along the way we switch this 8 volt back to 0 volts, that means we switch back to low, this LED will go off. It will go off. Now, instead of using, this what is changing now is that pin 8 is changing from high to low. When it is high, this LED will glow, and when it is low, this LED will go off. Because when it is low, that means this one is also 0 volts and 0 volts. This is a potential difference. With that, the LED will not come up. Now, instead of using this pin, since it is always 0, then let's connect it to ground pin. No, ground ground is actually 0. It's actually 0. In this case, it's actually 0. So with that, this is how data pins works. This is how it works. So apart from data pins, we have analog pins. We use analog pins to measure things. So like measuring footage and so on. So this VN is used to supply a footage to the board. The footage should be higher than 5 volts, because from this pin the footage will move or will pass through a footage regulator that will convert the footage to 5 volts. And if the footage is not up to 5 volts already, it will reduce the footage, and it is likely that the microcontroller will not be working perfectly if the footage is lesser than 5 volts. Now, the next things we will discuss is the 5 volt pin, 3.3 volt pin, and reset pin. Actually, we won't be talking about the reset pin for now. We'll just be talking about the 5 volts and 3.3 volts. This 5 volt pin is very useful when you are using a module like LCD. LCD is using 5 volts for operation. So if you're using a LCD, you need to connect a 5 volt to the LCD if you don't want to use a voltage regulator. Actually, we'll be talking about voltage regulator in the future. So you just supply this 5 volt to the module, and if you're using some other components or other module or other things that you want to be using with the Arduino board, just connect. If they're using 5 volts, connect the 5 volt pin to the module. Now, assuming you are using a module that is working with a 3.3 volts, connect this 3.3 volts to it instead of 5 volts. So we have four ground pins. 1, 2, 3. All these 3 pins are negative pins. So the rest analog reference and resets will be discussed in the future.